Why so orange? Why so orange? Hi friends. It might be raining today, folks. I mean, it's Vancouver, so when is it not raining? Be that as it may, I am ready, so ready for spring. Even though it is raining today, we had some really beautiful days this week, and it got me really excited to bring the color back onto my channel. Everyone on Instagram right now seems to be pulling out some bright ass looks, and I am here for it. Why am I so orange? Is it because I'm wearing a white shirt? It's probably because I'm wearing a white shirt. So let's do it. Let's bring the color back. And I have just the palette to help me out with that. This purchase was definitely inspired by the Brand Compendium series. If you haven't seen it yet, I will link it up here. Also by my makeup bestie, Jacob, who is Baby Keith on Instagram. If you haven't checked them out, oh my God, you have got to go there now. I say inspired, but honestly, I feel like I was bullied into buying this palette by Jacob. And because I'm weak, I decided to succumb. Folks, we are going to be starting a new palette potential series with the Impressionism palette by Musee Beauty. And I think we should just jump on in. And Jacob, just know that this is your fault. If that sounds like fun to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. Trust, I already wanted to buy this palette. It was really Jacob's recommendation that sent me over the edge, but I'm really excited. This has been on my wish list for quite some time. I thought maybe I would forget about it and move on, but honestly, I just kept coming back to it. I am not an art major, so there's probably a lot of references in here that I'm not going to get, but I am definitely a fan of most of the Impressionists, especially Degas. I had Degas calendars growing up when I was a kid doing ballet, and I feel like Musee doing art inspired makeup is just so genius. I think this is the first thing they ever released. Like, that's a bold move. Granted, I haven't even dipped into this yet, so I'm just purely talking about marketing, packaging, theming. They knocked it out of the park. Let's take a look inside. They've got a little definition of Impressionism on the back here. It says an art movement that reflects how light interacts with our world. It's very abridged, but I think that's really cool. I feel like I should get my advertiser voice on. Hold on. Meet the Impressionism palette, a versatile collection of shimmers and mattes created for multi-dimensional looks. Play with a balanced collection of cool tones, warm tones, and duochrome shimmer shades inspired by years of Impressionism. Perfect for both daily and editorial makeup looks, this 16-shade palette packed with pigment is sure to turn heads. Also in the back, it says it is both vegan and cruelty-free, if that is something that you are concerned about. Also, side note, if you've never heard of my series, Palette Potential, it's a series where I deep dive into a palette for several videos, trying to do a multitude of looks with a wide variety of styles. I will link the full playlist up here as well as in the description box below. Let's take a look-see. Oh my God, this color story just gives me so many spring vibes. You can do neutrals with this, and we will get into that, but the shades that really speak to me are definitely these really rich, vibrant, bright tones. All the shade names are inspired by Impressionists. A lot of them are lost on me, but right away we've got Parasol, which is a Seurat reference, I'm fairly certain, for his most famous painting, Sunday in the Park with, I was gonna say Sunday in the Park with George, oh my God, Spot the Theater Major. I think he was also the artist that spearheaded and made incredibly famous the style of pointillism. I also see up here dancers, and that's gotta be a Degas reference. The large majority of his subjects were always ballet dancers. Like I said, I fell in love with those paintings when I was young. Water Lilies right here, which I'm pretty sure is a Monet reference. And we have Starry right here, which is obviously a reference to Van Gogh and his incredibly beautiful and famous painting, Starry Night. So look, listen, I'm no slouch. And I'm pretty sure you can thank mostly Animal Crossing for this knowledge that I possess, which is both hilarious and sad. And I think that's enough talking. Why don't I zoom you in? I think we're definitely going to tap into this to start off with, maybe in this inner corner. I think we'll transition to the green in the middle and then the blue, and then we'll see about incorporating the purple. Let's just dive right in. I'm going to tap into Parasol and we'll start fluffing that into this inner third. This is such a gorgeous shade of green. And that blended out like crazy fast. Let's tap into Undergrowth here and start transitioning here in the center. Ooh, this is like spring grass green. Ooh, that's so pretty. gonna tap back into Parasol just to drag that a little further down because I think we're gonna have to cut a crease today and I want something to cut into. Let's tap into Almond, which is this blue here. It does have a little bit of sparkle running through it. I think it's a sequin matte, but we're just gonna treat it like a matte shade. It's pretty powdery, so I don't know, we'll see. But I just wanna tap that onto the edge here. Oh my God, it's everywhere, but it's a stunning color. Gonna tap off that brush real good and try and get some blend on this edge here. Since I don't have any lighter transitions for any of these brighter colors, this one's definitely the dustiest so far. And the glitter basically just instantly dissipates. Let's go back into Undergrowth and blend these two colors together. Yeah, she doesn't want to stay, but I'm gonna stamp her in, tell her who's boss. For the outer third and going onto the lid, let's take Amaranthine, I think it's Amaranthine, and just press that right onto the lid. Oh, this is pretty. This is almost the color of my hair when it's freshly dyed. And of course, blending it with the blue turns it into purple. Pop that blue back in. I think I'm going to continue using Amaranthine down on the lower lash line. Definitely gonna be draping that for sure into some really bright blush. Why don't we start off with a blend from the Fairy Blush palette? I think I'm going to take a little mixture of Sunstone and Rose Quartz. And I'm just gonna start blending this into that eyeshadow. Okay, I think I want to bring more blue down into this corner here. And then a little bit more of that raspberry on the lid. Let's cut a crease using some glitter glue because I really want these shimmers to pop. Definitely gonna start with Water Lily here and see if we can transition into that dark pink. I'm just gonna pop this on with my finger. Okay, I see how it is. Let's go into Verdant for the inner portion of the crease. I shall use a brush for this one. Oh yeah, let's see if we can marry these two worlds together with a bit of Coast. Yeah, that's really fun. Let's take that pink shimmer onto the lower lash line. There's this little champagne color in the bottom corner here, and I'm thinking that would be a really good inner corner highlight. Oh yeah, that's fun. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but wowee. I think we should pop that onto the brow bone as well. But I think I should have just taken the blue all the way down here and then just let the purple kind of pop onto the lid. I think that would have made a cleaner look. Part of me kind of wants to cover all this up with a wing because I'm not really enjoying this situation here. No, I don't think this is salvageable actually. I think I kind of hate it. All right, I'm going to go wipe this off and see if I have time to throw something else on before the end of the day. Take two. I had to reconstruct an eyebrow, but we're good, we're good. I feel like I was a bit too slapdash with the blue and the purple. I think what I want to do is just try and be a bit more precise, but also using this light green to transition all of the shades on top because I feel like I was lacking that blend, especially on the top edge. And I think that will really make this look a bit more soft, a bit more polished. Let's tap into Parasol again, but this time we're going to take it all the way across. It's probably the lightest color in the palette that I've encountered, so I think it'll make a really good transition shade. Plus, I think if we're going to keep it in the green and blue family, this will do just fine. Now let's take Undergrowth and start building the crease. luckily these shadows blend really nicely, so it won't take me long to get back to where I was. Oh, that green is still just so gorgeous. Let's take that blue now. I think I was just trying so hard to be not so monochromatic because I always fall into that when I'm trying to create looks. I envy people who can combine colors so easily, but I'm glad this blue is getting a moment. It's so stunning. Yeah, I think that is a lot cleaner for sure. All right, now let's take undergrowth on the lower lash line. Let's blend out that bottom with some parasol. Back into that glitter glue. Let's dip into Coast first. And then let's hit up Verdant. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, and that glitter glue really does work. It took me a couple tries to get used to it. Now that I have it down, it's like, it's the shit for sure. I'm gonna dip quickly back into Coast just to pop that a little bit more. Such a beautiful shimmer formula. The way they look in the pan, I honestly wasn't expecting it to have this much reflectiveness and shine, but they are so pretty. And then for the inner corner, let's go back into Wisp. That for sure was the right move. It's so bright, like I'm not over it. It's crazy reflective and it does not look like that in the pan. I feel a whole lot better. Definitely feeling way more confident about this look. I know it's scaled back a little bit and it's again, you know, borderline monochromatic, but it's still pretty and I'm feeling really good about it. So I'm gonna quickly do all this on the other side, throw on some lashes, and then we will come back and finish the rest of the look. Other side is done, lashes are on. These are Lash Gold by Boldface. One of my favorites, they're a fresh pair. I think they're just the cutest lashes. I think where I ended up is leaps and bounds ahead of where I started this video. Let's finish it off. And I do think I wanna keep going in the same direction just cause I'm really liking how the pink really complements that green. Let's dip into a little bit of ambient blush here. Now for highlight, I want to do something like really pink. I don't know if I have like a pink highlight though, which is crazy to say. Can you believe I'm even missing something like that in my collection? Why I didn't buy the one from Kaleidos, I will never know. Well, let's start off with Maybelline Master Chrome. Okay, and then let's layer on top with a bit of lace. Let's throw a little bit of brightness in the waterline. First, a little NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. And then I'm gonna layer on top of that with Teaspoon from ColourPop. If you don't have a very sensitive waterline, this is a great way of creating your own pastels. Just wanted to throw some liner down real quick. I'm gonna blend that out with a brush. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of Romantic from Maybelline. Well, that's not working. That is one of the only pink lipsticks I own. So, all right, let's just throw some gloss on. This is one of the BH So Extra plumping glosses. Let's call this done. All right, folks, we made it. This is the first video with the Impressionism palette all complete. I was not expecting this much of a journey today. Definitely thought it was gonna be a lot more smooth sailing. Never did that make a skillful sailor, as they say, I think. This isn't exactly what I intended when I started today, but I think I was able to salvage it and come up with something a little simpler, but still really, really beautiful. These colors are insane. I cannot cannot get over undergrowth. That is the most beautiful, purest green I've ever used. It's everything I've ever wanted. I was not expecting these shimmers to have this much shine and payoff. Looking at them in the pan, I certainly thought they were going to be a little bit more subdued, and I was fully prepared for that, but holy Dinah, they just threw me for a whole loop. This makes me really excited for the rest of the series. I cannot wait to hit up this whole section up here. I think this corner in particular is really beautiful. I think that might be the direction we go in next time. I know now though that this palette means business, and in so many words, now I know not to underestimate it. Let me know what you guys think of the first look. Whenever I restart in the middle of a video, when I wipe things off and go back to square one, I always am curious to know your thoughts, if you think that that was warranted, or if you think I should have just powered through, or if you didn't think the original look was that bad. I am my worst critic for sure, so I'm always curious to know what you guys think about that. I am happy that I did restart though. I'm much happier with how this turned out. So please let me know what you guys are excited to see from this palette, whether you want to see monochromatic looks, multicolored looks, neutral looks. Also, let me know if any of you are familiar with Musee Beauty, if you've never heard of them before, if you are a huge fan, if you own anything from them and you want to give your thoughts, please do so. I love hearing about everyone's opinions on the brands in the comments. All right, I'm gonna head out, but before I do, please let me rattle it off to you really quick. Here are the many ways that you can help out my channel. You can give this video a huge thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. Any and all engagement with this video is going to help it out considerably in the algorithm, especially as a small creator. So if you have a few spare seconds of your life, please engage with this video. You can follow me in other social media. I will leave those right there. If you wish to support me financially, I also have a Patreon. The link is down below in the description box, along with a bunch of petitions to sign and places to donate to the AAPI community. All right, folks, let me know if you guys are excited about this new palette potential. I sure am. Jacob, you're welcome. And with that, folks, please stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can. Just keep doing your best, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.